All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Wakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings be unto the hopeful elect, pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. All right. This is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch. And as you can see here, I have this article, and this is taken from the irishtimes.com, and it's entitled 6 Arrested After Gardaí Attacked at Site Earmarked for Asylum Seekers in Wicklow. All right. And this is basically, documenting the ongoing situation in regards to the uproars and the pushback for the aid that's being supplied, to these asylum seekers and these immigrants, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, meanwhile, you have, people so-called, native to the land that are being neglected, okay, and that are suffering. And this obviously is creating a heavy disdain and a heavy rebellious spirit to the powers that be, okay? And this is all engineered, all right? The powers that be, the wicked elites of Esau Edom are creating this hostile climate, this dog-eat-dog environment in order to push an agenda, okay? In order to create an atmosphere that's so hostile and so violent that it would require them, to step in and at the same time, revoking all your liberty, all right, your perceived liberty that you think that you have, okay? And that's how this place is going to go out. It's going to go out, with great violence, all right? It's going to go out with great uproars, okay? Things are going to get real hostile, in the world, man. And this is not only, over here in the UK, in Ireland, in the US. This is going to be in many different parts of the world, all right? Because you're having the same issues erupt in many different places, upon the earth, man, all right? And this just shows you, the time that we are in, all right? We're in a very prophetic time right now upon the face of the earth. And we're about to witness, the downfall of Esau Edom's kingdom. And these are one of the many things that's going to heighten, in these last days, is people raising up against the system, the powers that be, and requiring change, okay, because of the suffering, all right? Now, as the scriptures tell us, the people mourn. You know what? Let me get it, right quick. And, what's that? Proverbs, 29 and 2. All right, this is Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. And it reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. All right, so who is in charge of the earth right now? The wicked. All right, the elites of Esau Edom are in charge of the earth. As it's written in Job chapter 9 and verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, so that's why we are witnessing, all of these uproars of the people. That's why we are witnessing, people rebelling, all right, and this hostile climate and environment, upon the earth. It's because of the rulers, okay? And again, this is all engineered, all right? These situations are being engineered upon the earth to bring about a particular change and a particular new world order that they have in mind, okay? So back to this article, and I have the video as well. It says 6 people have been arrested after Gardaí came under attack by a group of protesters at a site earmarked to accommodate international protection applicants in New Mount Kennedy, Wicklow, on Thursday. Video footage posted on social media showed a large Garda presence of a number of protesters grappling with members of the force Other protesters chanted, shame on you towards Garday. The footage further showed wood and other materials being burned at the entrance to the site, which is known as Trotter House or River Lodge. Garday said the incident developed when workers contracted to carry out lawful employment on the site were prevented from entering. Okay, so in regards to this situation, things are just getting more and more violent, and hey, that's the spirit. The actual contact number there has a 666 in there, man. All right, and ultimately, this is all going to lead, to more control. All right, and it's going to lead, as we always go into the mandatory implementation of the MOTB. All right, the mark, the Revelation 13 and 16. All right, because when you have an environment that's so out of control and people are just doing what they want to do, all right, and it's so violent, then that's going to force the powers that be to step in and to regulate the situation. And that's exactly what they want. Okay, and the end goal is to actually chip the people. All right, the end goal is to actually chip the people, man, and have full control over you. Okay, so situations like this are going to increase. All right, and it's biblical prophecy, man. All right, this is biblical prophecy. Now, let me go to this video right quick. Now, there's going to come a time where things are going to become more and more draconian. All right, you're going to see a time where people are just going to be getting taken out on sight. All right. And you know what? A good movie to watch. I know a lot of brothers, a lot of Akim, have done elders, apostles, so on and so forth, have done videos and mentioned this movie, Civil War, all right, which I would I would definitely, recommend anyone that hasn't seen that movie yet, to definitely watch that movie, Civil War, all right, because they show you, how violent, all right, and how nonchalant, death is going to be, in these last days, man, all right, and even the scriptures tell you that, dead bodies shall be as dung, and blood shall be as dust, in these last days. All right, you know what? And let me get that right quick, because these are the times that we are heading into, all right, where death ain't even going to be a thing, all right? It's going to be happening all around you, okay? You're going to be experiencing it on a daily basis, all right? Now, this is Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 17. And it reads, "And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung." Okay, so we're entering into a time, of great death. All right, in Ecclesiastes 3, it tells us of the different times that you can experience upon the earth. There's a time for peace. Okay, there's a time for war. Okay, there's a time of death, so on and so forth. And we're entering into that time of great judgment and great death, which is all coming from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? And not to mention, World War III. Okay, and the events leading up, to World War III, and how draconian that's going to be, and how bloody that's going to be, man. Okay, so we're in that time, wars, rumors of wars, so on and so forth. All of these things are happening simultaneously, man. Okay, let's go back to this video right quick. So imagine if you're going to have this keep escalating, you're going to have individuals like this, rolling up to these buildings where they find out these people are going to be hosted, and they're going to be straight up, doing what they're doing now, and, setting these fires, burning them down, all right, so on and so forth. So this is going to spiral way, way out of control, man. Things are going to get crazy out here, man. Things are going to get real chaotic. And again, they show you how, nonchalant, death was in that film, Civil War. Okay, they show you, how bad it got, and how people were just getting taken out. And I particularly like, that film because the way they, they programmed, the sound, all right? it was loud, when you heard, them shots ringing off, they increased the volume, So it was a heavy experience. It was almost like the Lord, was giving us a preview of how it's really going to go down. So I would definitely recommend anyone that hasn't seen that film to watch that film, man. All right. Now, let me finish off on 2nd Ezra chapter 9. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. And it reads, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. When thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is in this very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay, so we're instructed to measure the times. Okay, and by measuring the times, we can get a gauge of where we are in the grand scheme of things concerning the end of this world. Okay, and by measuring the time, all right, we can see that we're in the end. All right, we can see that we're in the end of this man's kingdom, man. Okay, via, filtering the events that's happening upon the earth through the Holy Scriptures. Okay, we have the ability to do that. Now, verse 3 says, Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay? So we're seeing that. We're seeing the uproars of the people. We're seeing the riots. We're seeing this hostile and violent dog-eat-dog, world being formed. All right? So that gives us a great indication as to where we are concerning the end of the world. All right? So I'm going to cut it off there. Keep your eyes peeled, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shimi Yahweh Shai. Okay? And until next time, Shalom.